You want to hear what the fox says? Of course you do. That's why you're here. Hello everybody, my name is FoxForge and welcome back to Armello. Today we'll be discussing the cards and their various uses. So, beginning here we have the equipment cards. These different types of cards you can equip and they'll change your character's specifications and basically just do whatever you want them to do. The next set of cards, which are the magic cards, allow you to help you or adversely affect players in various ways. Then we have the trickery cards, which again are like the magic cards, but they're more of a political base, which allow you to influence settlements and other portions of Armello. These are follower cards, which can help you, and they're basically like party members that you can equip, and they'll give you certain bonuses with certain drawbacks. Usually it's just you pay them and they'll follow you to the end of the game, or until they expire. Then we have treasury cards. Now these have to be found throughout the game. As you can see, I haven't found all of these yet either. These usually help you without any repercussions. You can basically just use them to your will. Then the final set of cards is actually the Armelian cards themselves. Basically the King's cards and the Palace cards. I haven't gotten all of these yet either. So we'll go on to the magic cards. The treasury cards. The treasury cards. The treasury cards wait, these are equipment cards. Sorry, this is a double screw up. Equipment cards. The equipment cards are basically just items that you can just find or get at the beginning of your turn. A lot of the times they just give you extra swords or shields in battle. Sometimes they'll even help you in perils or give you other special abilities. For instance, the Ranger's Cloak here gives you two different special abilities, which is the Evade and the Stealth ability in forests day and night. Because at night, forests will actually give you the stealth ability, but this item will actually give you the ability day and night. Other cards will add dice to your hand in battle, which is good, because it's always good having that extra advantage. So that's basically the equipment cards. Now the treasury cards are affected a little bit differently. They usually just offer special abilities. They not all of them do the same as the equipment cards do. Like the treasury cards, the Royal Banner here gives you 3 prestige while equipped. This works throughout the entire game unless it's stolen by somebody else, which they'll be able to equip and get the same bonus that you get out of it. For instance, one of my personal favorites, the Royal Shield, which means day and night when you do your dice rolls, the suns and the moons will actually count as your hits or misses. So you can pretty much figure this one out for yourself. Day, suns will work. Night, they won't. So this actually takes those suns, which will count as misses at night, and turn them into your shields, which will add extra protection. Then the trickery cards. This is actually mostly political influences and things like that. The trickery cards give you special bonuses, or can actually allow you to ally with other players and actually benefit from that as well. In fact, the Allies Pact and Merchants Agreement you will actually be wanting to go for, especially in multiplayer games, because this essentially makes you immune from the other player you give it to, unless they really don't care and kind of act like a douche. But cards like Patronage and Industry or Strategist are very good for you to have in single player or multiplayer, because they grant you other abilities. So the Strategist gives you an action point for that turn, but only for that turn, which could help you out if you're like 1 point away from getting to a quest and you play this card on yourself. Then you can just get yourself to the quest. Or if you have something else, like if you want to get a Bane to a city faster to draw another player away from fighting you, then that's also a possibility. Cards like Patronage and Industry will actually support you. And then we also have these cards that are peril cards, and these are also in the magic deck. You can't find them in the item deck or in the follower deck, or in the treasury deck. But in the magic and the trickery deck, you actually find them as perils, and you can play these anywhere on the map, and they'll actually hamper other players. Like this one will take away 1 action point and 1 health. Doesn't seem too substantial, but in a multiplayer game, this could actually help you out in a little bit in the long run if it actually works. Other trickery cards like Vile Official and other cards that you'll see in this section tend to adversely affect players when they're played as perils. They can also be used instantly against like the King's Guard or other players' towns, but then you either have to worry about them later on. Some of them you'll see have rot symbols, and I'll go over this in a later video. This is just this is for the rot and the wild video. Now, magic cards are kind of like the trickery cards. You can play them to yourself, or you can play them to other players, and they'll adversely affect them, or adversely or positively affect you or them, depending on what kind of card it is. So, each of these have all their kinds of special abilities. These, like this guy, the Wildborn, stone circles on the map can actually heal you when you enter them day or night, but this actually adds the ability, if you play it to yourself before entering a spirit stone circle, you'll actually get extra magic, and that actually helps a lot when you have big magic characters or big magic spells that you want to play. Cleansing Wild, this is actually a very good one to have if you don't want to go down the rot line. It'll actually remove 1 rot. Doesn't seem too substantial in the beginning, but if you're getting close to corrupt, and you don't want to be a corrupt character, this is the way to go. Other items like Mirror Image can actually help you in battle, in the same way it can happen with trickery cards, I'm pretty sure, but mostly magic cards will actually help you in battle, and magic cards like this will actually give you other certain abilities, but this particular one takes away your opponent's dice. So if you play it to yourself, your opponent won't be able to use 2 of his dice until the end of your next turn, which is actually pretty good, because if you play it on yourself on a day, and then you wait till night, after that night turn the next day, you won't be able to have the ability, but for those 2 turns, you're a lot harder to kill. There's other magic cards that actually allow you to move around the map quicker, or send yourself to other places, like this card does. And this card will actually send you to the farthest dungeon on the other side of the map. So if you're on one side of the map, and your quest is on the other side of the map, this would actually be helpful to you. But if you don't want somebody near you, you can play it to them, and they'll actually go further away. This can also act as a peril. You can play it to dungeons or stone circles as well, which will actually send them out as well. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed my video on the cards. Stay tuned for the rot video. Again, this is Fox Forge, and stay tuned for another video. Bye-bye!